Hi, my name is Jamesia Johnson, and today I'm going to be showing you two different level games, one for kinder through fifth, and the other one is going to be for the more advanced levels of for fourth and fifth grade. So the first game is going to be a money matching game where the cards are going to be laying face down, and we're going to have a value amount, and we're going to have the actual image of the coin, and it's just a simple match game in which they're going to turn the cards over and then just match up the value in the coins. So the rules for the game include we're going to lay the coin value and coin image cards face down. Upon the announcer's discretion, the players will have 2 minutes to correctly identify and match as many coin images and values as they can. And the rule number 3 is the first player to correctly match the cards with you having the most pairs wins the game. And rule number 4, have fun. So I'm going to do a little demonstration for you guys for how it's going to go. So we'll have a timer and it'll be set for 2 minutes. And it can be a single player game or it can be up to 5 players. So for instance, we have 30 seconds. Leave it flipped over. Then we're going to flip another card, which is an image card. So let's count this. So we have 10 cents, 5 cents, which is 15, 16, 17. 17 and 37, not really a match. So let's try that one again. So if I'll turn this one over. So we have 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19 cents. Then we'll do this one. We have a match. So we'll just leave those cards flipped over and then just continue that process until the end of the game or until the timer goes out. Then we'll have a winner. And so for the second game it's called PEMDAS Bingo, and PEMDAS is an order of operations technique, and it stands for parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, subtraction, and addition. And it's just a bingo game, and it can be the minimum amount of players is 2, and then it can be up to 4 players. So the rules for PEMDAS Bingo include the caller will read a PEMDAS related equation out loud, and the announcer may use different shapes, like if they wanted to do an inside square or X out or cross or something like that. Rule number 2, the caller will show players the equation card for players to reference to if necessary. So in case they miss a number or miss a part of the equation, then they'll be able to show them the card. Rule number 3, using the boards and markers, players will write down the equation, solve it, and mark the answer on their bingo card with their marker. And rule number 4, the first player to correctly identify and mark the number on their card wins. And as a disclaimer, players must have the correct shape. And so by correct shape, I mean whatever the announcer is calling out. So this is our bingo card, our PEMDAS decorated bingo card. We're going to use this whiteboard for the players to write down their equation. We have a dry erase marker to write down, and then we have the pretty big note cards for the kids to be able to use to write down the equation. So for instance, I'm going to be the caller and the player. So if I call out parentheses 8 times 5, close parentheses, plus 16 equals, then the player is going to write down what's on the card. They will be able to see what's on the card. So we have parentheses 8 times 5, close parentheses, plus 16 equals what is what we're trying to figure out. So PEMDAS being order of operations, and remember that we said that the P stands for parentheses. So when I say order of operations, we're actually going to go in order, starting from the P, ending all the way at the S. So in our equation, do we have parentheses? Yes, we do. So we're going to start with the problem inside the parentheses, which is 8 times 5. So 8 times 5 is, let's think. I think it's 40. So 8 times 5 is 40. And then after we've written down what's inside the parentheses, we're just going to drag everything else down. So we're going to drag plus down, and then we're going to drag the 16 down. And then we're also going to drag down the equal sign. So here we're just doing basic addition. And so we know that 40 plus 16 equals 56. And so the shape that we're going to use, let's go with four corner. So we're going to look at our card, and then we're going to see in these four corners, the four outside corners, if we see 56. And if we do see 56, we'll just put an X through it to mark it on our card, and then we'll move on to the next. Now, if a player does have the 16, they can mark it on their bingo card if they would like, but because it's not a part, if it's not a part of the four corners, then it's really not going to count. So let's see. Okay, so another one that we have. Okay, so we also have, so for the next card, we have 5 plus parentheses 7 times 3, close parentheses, equals, so now we're going to write that down. 5 plus parentheses 7 times 3, close parentheses, equals. So after the players have written down the equation, then they can go ahead and start solving it. So remember, if we're doing PEMDAS and doing order of operations, the P comes first and the P stands for parentheses. So in our equation, we have parentheses 7 times 3. So we're going to start with the equation of 7 times 3. Okay. So 7 times 3 is 21. And remember, we're just going to drag everything else down. So we have 5 plus 21 equals 26. So now we're going to go to our bingo card and then see if we have 26. We have 26 right here in this corner, so we can mark that one. And that's the end of the games.